Gods of Egypt with Gerard Butler and Jaime Lannister is the best Egyptian mythology film ever made, and it's not even close. Does it have a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes? Yes. Did it lose 90 million at the box office? Also yes. But does it have a stacked cast with ridiculous action sequences, early 2000s CGI, and a plot so paper thin you'd think it was made by a one-sentence ChatGPT prompt?
You're goddamn right.
The movie starts off with a beautiful CGI landscape of ancient Egypt that truly looks like it was made from Microsoft Paint. We get introduced to our main character, Beck, not the band, a poor fellow making a living off stealing. Essentially, Beck, not the band, can be summarized by three things: stealing for his girl, Zaya, simping for his girl, Zaya, and his disdain towards the gods, because the gods suck. Anyways, Beck, not the band, and his girl attend the coronation of the new king-to-be, Horus, aka Jaime Lannister, the son of the current king, Osiris. During Jaime's coronation, Set, aka Gerard Butler, Osiris' brother, crashes the party and ends up killing his bro and claims to be the new king of Egypt.
Wow.
Enthralled with rage, Jaime duels Gerard in an extremely hilarious CGI battle that ends with Gerard beating Jaime Lannister and stealing his eyes. Yes, he steals Jaime Lannister's eyes because I guess they're all seeing or something. I don't really know, the movie never really explains what they actually do. Just don't try to focus too hard on that. Gerard banishes Jaime and is forced to go into exile. We flash forward a year later where Gerard is now the big bad ruler of all Egypt, turning all mortals into slaves, because who else is going to build all the massive monuments and pointless buildings for him? Beck, not the band, a slave who pushes massive rocks now, just walks away from the rock he is currently pushing with no supervision or consequence at all, and goes straight to see his girl, who is a housemaid for Set's architect Urshu, the guy from the hit rom-com The Holiday. Or if you're cultured, the bad guy from A Knight's Tale. They devise a plan to steal Jaime Lannister's eyes, which are kept in a super secret vault designed by Urshu himself. Conveniently, they find the plans for the vault, and in one of the dumbest but most entertaining heist scenes I have ever seen, Beck sneaks into the vault and steals the eye. There was just one eye in the vault. I don't know why, but just try not to think about it. Beck, not the band, and his girl escape on a totally not CGI chariot, and while they are escaping, Urshu snipes his girl from like 10,000 meters away, and she dies. Beck, not the band, manages to take the totally not CGI chariot about 2 miles away from the city where Jaime is drinking his blind sorrows away. Beck and Jaime strike a bargain, where Beck will lead Jaime to the eternal flame, Gerard's source of power, and in exchange, Jaime will bring his girl back from the afterlife.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Beck, not the band, and Jaime set off on their adventure. First to see Ra, Jaime's grandfather, the sun god, to get some magical water that will put out the eternal flame and weaken Gerard. They end up going to space to see his grandfather Ra, who turns out to be Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean. Ra, I'm not kidding, is pulling the sun with a massive chain from a flying space boat.
Really?
Jaime gets the water, but not before we see a fight sequence where Barbossa uses his flame spear to shoot 3 flame shots at a massive space worm and explains that his entire purpose in life is to do this every night or else the space worm will eat the entire planet. Yes, that is real and in the movie. Gerard, aware that Jaime has an eye, sends his mythical goons after Jaime, and then 2 extremely ridiculous CGI fight sequences happen between Jaime and Gerard's goons over the course of around 40 minutes, all ending with Jaime and Beck, not the band, becoming victorious. Jaime and Beck, not the band, are so close to stopping Gerard, and the only thing in their way is the mythical Sphinx, which will only let you pass if you answer his riddle correctly, so they go to recruit Chadwick Boseman, the god of wisdom and intellect. They successfully recruit Chadwick Boseman, and they make their way to the Sphinx, where more super well done CGI break-in action scenes occur, and Chadwick ends up guessing the riddle correctly after 3 tries. I guess you have as many chances as possible to answer the riddle? Who knows? Anyways, in a shocking turn of events though, it was a trap, and Gerard captures them, crushing the sacred water and then bouncing. He doesn't kill them though, because that would be too easy, obviously. Sad and distraught, Jaime escapes and saves everyone's life and pouts a little bit and says it's over. Gerard won. During the entire expedition, however, Gerard has been killing off other Egyptian gods and taking their powers to turn himself into a mega god, and he successfully does so when he takes Chadwick Boseman's brain, essentially becoming unstoppable.
Right.
Ridiculous? Yes, I know. Gerard then flies to Barbossa's spaceship, where they have a father-son talk about why Barbossa treated him so poorly compared to his brother who was named King. Just some really sentimental stuff. Nothing comes from it, and Gerard ends up killing his dad and stealing his super magical flame spear, effectively releasing the giant space worm on Egypt. Jaime gets over his feels and realizes that he is a protagonist in this movie, and even though Gerard is literally unkillable, and Jaime only has one eye, he can still beat him. So they end up having a super CGI fight, and Jaime becomes victorious, defeating Gerard in the dumbest, most nonsensical CGI battle in cinema. The only downside, Beck, not the band, ends up dying. Jaime then flies to Barbossa, who is just floating in space, and gives him his super magical flame sphere back. And Barbossa shoots the giant worm 3 times, and all is back to normal. Grateful for what his grandson did, Barbossa grants him one wish. And in a shocking twist, Jaime asks for Beck, not the band, and his side piece to come back from the dead.
Wow.
And they are alive, and the movie ends. You know, I've sifted through a lot of horrible movies in my time, especially the ones below 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 95% of them are generally terrible works of film where I question my entire existence after watching them. This masterpiece, however, was quite the opposite. Gods of Egypt was everything one could ask for when looking for a great bad movie. It had it all. From ridiculous CGI that enhanced the fighting sequences and chase scenes, to all the actors and actresses taking the movie very seriously, and you could tell they really put their heart into it. Well, maybe like half their heart into it. It had the intention of being a blockbuster hit and missed the mark in every way, making it a tastefully terrible hit. In every aspect of the term great bad movie, Gods of Egypt excels at it. The movie is 2 hours long, but feels more like 3 hours because of how much pointless, extremely entertaining, random shit they throw in it. Right from the beginning, you know this movie is gold when all the gods are 4 times the size of the regular mortals, which makes for hilarious interactions throughout the entire film. Especially because Beck, not the band, and Jaime Lannister are together the whole time. This movie wouldn't get the praise it has from me without the star of the film, however. Gerard Butler, who absolutely bodies his performance as set in only a way Gerard Butler can. It gets bonus points for me because Gerard is the antagonist in the film, which was a breath of fresh air compared to literally every other film he is in. You know, overall, I give this movie an 8.5 out of 10 on the Tastefully Terrible movie ranker. I highly recommend this film if you're in the mood for a truly amazing bad movie. As always, let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's a good bad movie? Or do you think it's just bad? Where would you rank it in the Tastefully Terrible category? Please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time for another Tastefully Terrible review.